Tuesday, July 28th, 2:10 p.m. Code red, autopsy room, number 1. Subject, male Caucasian, victim of Mombasa fever. Description of cadaver, 5 feet, 11 inches. 153 pounds, black hair, hazel eyes. No identifying marks or scars on face or neck.
Oh, Dr. Martin, would you like a cigar?
Right shoulder.
Is this the body that was just flown in from the Atlanta Institute?
Yes, sir.
Cause, repair of shoulder
I
separation.
understand it's one of the technicians. What's the story?
Well, they isolated a new disease called Mombasa fever. I guess it was a pretty hot project. A lot of excitement until 5 of their technicians came down with it, and 3 died.
No broken bones or
Now,
scars.
the thing with this guy, he was working at the Institute, but he never had any contact with the Mombasa project or the 4 other technicians who contracted the disease.
Anyone find out how that happened?
Lateral meniscus cartilage.
All right, tell Dr. Durov to see me right away after he finishes his autopsy.
Yes,
The
sir.
body seems to have suffered enormous radical temperature rise.
We're dealing with a disease that's 75% fatal. Nobody knows how it's transmitted. It was never even heard of till 18 months ago. Now, Atlanta managed to isolate a bacillus before they scrapped the project.
Well, Mombasa fever is a pretty obscure disease. You know, we got some projects here of a higher priority.
I want to do some more work on it. I think it ties in with your overpopulation pandemic studies.
Max, I can't justify the expenditures, don't you see? Do you realize what it costs to bring that body in from Atlanta?
Oh, come on.
No, really, I've got some other projects I'd like to put you on. Next month, I have, 4 South American virologists coming in here to observe our methods.
All right. I'll level with you. I've been working on a mutant virus. Now, wait a minute. I think I can control bacteria like the bacillus that causes Mombasa fever using my virus to attack it.
The bacterial virus theory is a bunch of junk, and you know that. Better men than you have tried it and failed, believe me. Just close your books on that, huh?
Now, wait just a minute. What's going on around here? Every time somebody starts an original project, you cancel it. I'm going over your head to the board.
Look, you go anywhere you want. You'll lose.
Then I'll quit.
No, you won't. You know why? Because there isn't another virology setup like this anywhere in the free world. You won't quit. No, you'll file the results of your autopsy in the computer bank for future reference. Right?
Morning, Dr. Durov. Another Saturday, huh?
Fred so.
Well, a big name place like this, I guess you got to keep up with the ladies.
Ain't that the truth? Special project number 2379, Mombasa fever, September 3. Subject mice injected with fever bacillus this morning at 8
2:20 a.m.
Mrs. Bates, what is that?
Nice, isn't it? I've had kids with eating problems before.
Jeff is not a kid.
You don't expect me to eat that, do you?
Why not?
Because it's poisoned. I have friends. They've warned me about you.
I'm not giving up yet. Jeff? Look, Jeff. Why don't you put your hamsters away and come down for breakfast? I'll make something else for you. What would you like to eat? Your father told me Jeff was difficult, but I just don't think I can handle any more of this. I'm supposed to be a housekeeper, not a junior psychologist.
Mrs. Bates, I think you're doing a great job, but you gotta understand, Jeff has had no formal education. Up to now, no public school would accept him. It isn't that he's not smart enough, it's all he's interested in is bioastronautics and astronomical phenomena. As a matter of fact, in those areas, he's a genius.
Oh, he may be a genius, but he doesn't know anything about getting along with others. Either his food is poisoned, or he rewires the vacuum cleaner.
Sorry.
Well, yesterday I got a shock when I tried to clean the rug. I've just got to talk to your father. I've got a headache now, and it's only 9:30 in the morning.
Look, Jeff, they might work on Mrs. Bates, but I'm not buying it. All right, let's get out of here. We'll go for a ride.
A ride? Gordot loves to go for rides.
Come on.
Hello. Hello? Yes, David. Now, wait a minute. Look, what time is it? David, son. Well, I meant to come home. I'm sorry. It just got late, that's all. Yeah. David, I can't discuss that with you right now, right? We'll talk tonight.
Why are you here so early?
Oh, I fell asleep on the couch going over the speech of mine for this press thing this afternoon. I'm afraid it's not a very rousing speech.
What are you doing here so early?
I thought you might need some more graphs for those overpopulation studies.
Oh.
I was going to have them ready for you when you came in.
Well, thanks a lot, but I think I got more than enough of them. Hey, listen, I don't suppose you'd consider making this little speech for me this afternoon?
Not me.
No.
I'm strictly a virologist.
Oh,
But I can make coffee.
Okay. Buenas tardes, señores. Este muy importante. It's important that each person set for himself on the schedule. These applies up to the Institute. Each and every scientist has a schedule approved by the staff. Hello? Look, David. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. David, Ed Warren's going to be here in about an hour. And the 4 South American doctors are going to be in for that press thing he's got set up for this afternoon. Son, look, I can't get away. You're just going to have to handle things until I get home, that's all. Institute. Every scientist has a schedule approved by the staff. Staff. Every scientist.
When did you get back from Sacramento?
This morning.
You play any golf up there?
Now, boys, you know me better than that. I was on business.
Yeah, right.
42 on the front side, 38 on the back.
Is it true you're going to manage Governor Morrison's
No
campaign
politics
for
today,
re-election
boys. I'm here
this
for science and the humanities.
I don't know. There's 17 specific areas where the schedule.
I think they're ready for us. Let's not have the champagne get warm.
How many reporters are out there?
Plenty. I thought of that. And the consul generals of Brazil and Mexico.
Look, couldn't we just send him back to South America with a simple handshake and maybe a friendly little goodbye?
No. Publicity means money. You ought to know that by now. And the people who fund this institution like to see its name in print. Makes them feel their donations are doing something.
All right. You're the financial director and chairman of the board.
And this is still my pet project. Lunch is ready.
Yeah. All right.
Hello. Max, what's new?
I want to see George.
No, forget it. Just wait here till I get back, all right?
Hi, George.
Gentlemen, this is just the first of several exchanges between our two countries, and I'm looking forward to visiting theirs next year.
Dr. Ramirez, you and your colleagues have been here for 2 weeks.
Do you feel that your visit here has proved worthwhile?
Oh, extremely worthwhile. Dr. Margolin's studies on the effects of overpopulation in susceptibility to contagious diseases is very impressive.
Many of our political groups claim that overpopulation is a myth, fabricated by the rich to control the poor.
See, people are very aware of the problems of hunger, but they're totally ignorant of the possibilities of pandemics.
Pandemics?
Yeah, an epidemic of worldwide proportions in which 120 million people perish inside of a 3-month period. It's a very real possibility. Would you, gentlemen, excuse me for a moment. What the hell are you? Where's Jeff?
He's in your office.
Didn't that say we had a press reception going this morning? I mean, couldn't this have waited a couple of hours?
Dad, it's Saturday. Jeff has until Monday morning with us, unless you've changed your mind.
No, David, I have not changed my mind.
Why not?
Son, we have gone over this 100 times.
I want to hear it again.
Haven't we heard enough opinions from professionals that say he needs a little outside help, huh?
Yeah, I've heard them all, and no two of them agree. Look, Jeff doesn't need to be charted, graphed, or psychoanalyzed anymore. He needs us.
He's become a full-time problem now. Now, I can't leave the Institute. And you've already missed a year of college. David, look, I know you love Jeff. So do I, believe me. He needs somebody to look after him objectively. Now, this can be a very positive experience.
Dad, they're waiting.
Dad, I want him to stay.
You know, since your mother and I got a divorce, you have shouldered most of the responsibility for Jeff. Come on, let him go, huh? He'll be fine. Well, you need some time for yourself, you know? Hmm?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to take Jeff with me for a few hours. Have a last outing.
That's good, honey. That'd be great.
Yeah, catch you later.
Okay.
Okay, fine, let's go. Damn it, Jeff, couldn't you just wait where I told you to?
Wow, you're starting to sound just like Dad.
I'm sorry, but you know we're not supposed to wander around the place by ourselves.
Why not? Everything's locked.
Okay. Come on, let's get out of here. It's getting late.
Tell him we're going camping?
Of course I didn't tell him. It's our secret.
Hi, Mrs. Robertson.
Hi, hello, David.
Hiya.
Hi, Jeff. You caught me running off to the beauty parlor. I just baked a cake this morning. How would you like a piece?
His manners haven't improved lately. Thank you.
He's just hungry.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Hiya. No poison in that, huh?
Chocolate neutralizes poison in cake.
Mm-hmm, no kidding.
Think we'll see any Ursus Americanus?
Oh, I hope not. I'm scared of him.
Oh, not me. I like them.
Well, then you can protect me then.
Are you finished? Okay, then let's get all the stuff in the car and get out of here.
I forgot my tape deck.
I'll get it.
David, when are you going to let go of Jeff? When are you going to have some time to start thinking of yourself and of us?
Michelle, I have just been through all this with Dad, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Gordot sees you.
You're in good form, Gordot.
Let's go.
Are you sure you want me along?
Woman, go.
Well, there's nothing wrong with his biological sensors.
Went well. I'll make a PR man out of you yet.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a funny.
Ed, listen, I've got to get back to my own work, really. I've been wondering, you know?
What about?
About myself, about my vaccine. Really, whether it was a quirk, an accident, whether I'd stumbled across it, what?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you know, in the old days, I mean, the press first got hold of my vaccine. They made me a movie star. So, you know, I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't register in a hotel under my own name.
Oh, yeah. All those women throwing their room keys at you.
Still, it ruined my marriage.
You ruined your marriage. Out of simple neglect. She finally met a man who found time for her, that's all.
Still, I wish you were here. I don't know what to do about Jeff.
Call her.
Call her? I did call her, what, half a dozen times. You know, Paris is a long ways away, my friend.
You know what your problem is? Since you came up with your vaccine 8 years ago, you haven't made a single significant contribution to the scientific community.
Why do you still back me, then?
Because you're the talent that holds everything together around here. I'm just the power behind it. And one of these days, you're going to get fed up and sit down and go to work on something. I know. I only back winners. And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to check on some plane reservations.
Saturday, September 3rd, 3:30 p.m. Blood samples of all 12 subject mice show Mombasa fever bacillus present and multiplying. Introduction of mutant virus into culture medium has proved successful. The virus has attacked the bacillus and is destroying it. I will now inject the subject mice with this mutant virus. In 12 hours, we'll know whether or not it will perform successfully in a living organism.
Sorry it didn't work out. Are you sure they didn't say where they were going? All right, look, I have to go now. Call me back if you remember anything, huh? Margaret.
What happened?
All right, Max, look, I'll be right down. One of those contaminated mice is missing.
Searched the whole area. The mouse is gone. Somebody was in this room between 1 and 3:30.
Listen, I raised over $1 million to put in this special color-coded lab system. What good does it do if some joker can walk into a contaminated lab and walk out with a mouse?
There's nothing wrong with the system. Whoever it was had a card key.
Then let's get out the files and see who has red-coded keys. Make a few calls. Could have been an accident.
I don't think so, gentlemen. When I came back to my office after the reception, I found my desk drawer open and my master card key gone.
Then it must have been somebody who was at the reception.
I'm afraid not. I think it was my son, Jeff.
How do you know?
Well, when David came to see me this morning, he told me he left Jeff in my office. When I went back there, I found the desk drawer tripped open and my master key gone.
Why would he want to do anything like that?
Who knows? Maybe insecurity? He's been confused lately. Today, I was supposed to spend with him rather than going to the reception. You know, Monday, I'm sending him off to the Scope School.
We better find him, and soon. What did the mouse have? I mean, what was it contaminated with?
Max?
Mombasa fever.
Max, what's the matter with you? I ordered you to drop that project over a month ago. Now, you listen to me. There's everything in code red from cholera to bubonic plague. Don't point the finger at me because Jeff happened to pick my project.
I'm not only going to kick you out of this institute, I'll see to it you never work in research anywhere in the world.
If your son is so disturbed, what's he doing in a high-security lab in the first place? You want to talk about responsibility?
Responsibility? Come on. Before we start to play out a tragedy, let's determine whether or not we have one.
Durop, if anything happens to Jeff or David...
Where's Jeff now?
Huh, I don't know. David took Jeff on an outing somewhere. He could be anywhere in the city.
Do you know where they usually go?
David has a girlfriend. I could call her.
Hello?
Mrs. Robertson,
Yes, Dr. Margolin.
are my boys there?
Well, no. They left some time ago to go camping. Up at the state park. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't know.
Well, I don't understand.
You're going to have to come to the institute.
I have to what?
An ambulance is on its way to pick you up. Now, listen carefully. You've been exposed to a highly contagious disease. I can't explain it all to you now, but it's vital that you come to the institute and go into isolation. I realize how strange this must sound, but please try and stay calm, Mrs. Robinson. And one more thing. You must try to remember where you've been and all the people that you've come in contact with since my kids left there this afternoon. If we don't contain this thing now, the disease could spread throughout the entire city. Now, please, whatever you do, don't answer the door now or go outside until my men get there.
Ted, this is Joe Martinez of the Communicable Disease Control. I called the governor and requested him personally. Captain Franklin, who will oversee the police work.
Doctor, any sign of the kids? Well, we've combed the entire state park area. So far, there's been no trace of them. If you could come up with any more ideas, it would help to narrow things down. How long have they been unaccounted for? Well, at 2 o'clock. Look at them. If they're not at the state park, I don't know where they could have gone. You're positive they took that mouse? Oh, yeah, I'm afraid so. You see, the girl's mother shows Mombasa bacilli in her bloodstream. Now, there's no way she could get that disease except by coming in direct contact with my son, Jeff. Captain, I'm afraid that little mouse is like a loaded time bomb. I understand. Well, if that car is anywhere in the state, we'll do our best to find it. Unfortunately, it's going to be dark in about an hour or so.
O'Donnell, one tackler. Still in trouble. Dodging, picks up a blocker.
You gotta pay if he reads those, you know.
Okay, sure. We got everything we need.
Okay. It isn't I don't like kids, you know, but you know how they are. They come in here, read every magazine in the joint. First thing you know, they all get torn, nobody wants to buy them. That's $6.50.
Now, right here is the key move. See that big hole opened up in the center of the line? Now, just that big pull back on his own. Shedding tackler. Nice cutting left. Picking up Turner. Now, Hopkins. Good run.
Oh, Joe, here. Look, here's some data just came in from Atlanta. There's a special disinfectant, a K50. It's very effective against Mombasa bacteria. It'll be very useful to us in keeping the disease from spreading over the contact surfaces, huh?
Is there a serum?
No.
Well, let's see what we can do about containing it. We've been able to trace about a half a dozen of the people Mrs. Robertson came into contact with after leaving the house. Lucky for us, she didn't have to go to the supermarket. We blocked off an area of her house from Sycamore Street to 6th Pier and from Manning to Cross.
Well, that's over a 6-block area.
Now, there's a special unit on its way now to pick up the rest of the ladies at the beauty salon and cordon off that entire area.
Well, do you have enough manpower to handle this?
Well, the National Guard has been alerted, but I hope it won't go that far.
I'll call a press conference for half an hour from now. We're just going to have to give out the story. It's the only way to avert total panic. I think the media people will cooperate fully with us on this.
Dr. Margolin, why was your associate working on Mombasa fever?
He was trying to develop an alternate means for control of bacteria-caused diseases.
Oh, really? What type of alternate?
A bacterial virus.
Well, no one's had much success with that theory. Are you people breaking it open?
Mr. Martinez, anything else?
What's all the mystery? What's this all about? Give us the line on the
No questions, please, until I finish what I have to say. I've called you men here today because you are the cornerstone of the media in this town. We have a very serious situation here, and we need your help. A mouse contaminated with the disease known as Mombasa fever has been taken from the lab.
What happened? The virus didn't take.
Flat. A flat?
Yeah.
Well, how about that? Listen, that always happens. When you're out in the middle of nowhere, pop, just like that, a flat. How's your spare?
Flat, too.
Well, don't you have one of those air pumps or what you call it?
No.
Well, you must be the adventurous type, boy. Listen, I'm going to do you a favor because I was just about to close. I'm going to fix that spare and that tire.
Thanks a lot. You have the worst sense of direction I've ever seen. We've been going the wrong way for over an hour.
Are you putting me on?
Nope. State Park's too crowded. Besides, I know a nice place with a lot of trees, beautiful view.
David, I told my mother we were going to the state park.
I didn't want my dad to find out from her. I don't want to be bugged. I don't want Jeff to be bugged.
We interrupt this program to bring you an item of special interest. Authorities at the Communicable Disease Control Center in Los Angeles are looking for 2 boys and a girl believed to be on their way to a camping trip somewhere in this area. They have been exposed to a highly contagious disease, and anyone with any contact or information regarding these young people are urged to telephone the state police immediately. Their names are David Margolin, 19, Jeff Margolin, 15, and Michelle Robertson, 19. If you see them, avoid physical contact. Instead, telephone the police, and they will inform the CDC. If you have come into contact with them, do not go out. Stay where you are, and call police immediately.
beautiful. I'm glad we didn't go to the park.
Boy, what a great place. Look at those trees.
Nurse, let me out. I've got to get out of here. I've got to find my daughter.
Now, don't worry. I'll get Dr. Margolin down here right away.
How's Mrs. Robertson?
Well, worse than she should be. The fever seems to be affecting every patient differently.
Those kids should have been found by now. We're losing light.
Better have a look at this. This is the 24-hour Mombasa bacillus growth pattern, reduced to 12 seconds.
Is this the film you just got in from Atlanta?
Yeah, along with the other data.
That means we have, what, about 18 hours to find the kids?
Ted, there are 2 women who still haven't been affected by the disease. Now, it's possible they have a natural immunity. We're trying to figure out what makes them different from the others.
You're trying to tell me not to worry?
Dr. Margolin, we've had a call from state police. A grocery store owner has identified your sons and the girl and says they're headed for the Lake Falls region.
Lake Falls? Well, thank God. At least it gives us a lead now.
There's a specially equipped ambulance going for the owner. Are you having any luck?
No.
Well, cases are building up in isolation. What about your mutant virus, Dr. Durov?
The virus obliterates Mombasa fever in a culture medium. But so far, it does nothing in lab animals.
We're going to proceed with treatments with the conventional antibiotics and the sulfonamides. That's all we can do now.
Hey. Nice up here, huh?
That's great. Thanks for bringing me.
Yeah, don't mention it. Look, I couldn't get Dad to change his mind about the school.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, look a little hot. Why don't you relax? Unzip your jacket.
Hey, come on, leave me alone. Hey, I thought we came up here to have some fun. Huh? Hey, come on, Cat. Cat, come on.
Hey, you guys. Come on, the food's ready.
I'll race you.
Wow, look at the sun.
Aren't you hungry?
Looks just like a UFO coming in to make a landing.
Anything you eat all day. Except some cake and rabbit food.
My body chemistry's different. I don't need food all the time.
No kidding. Hey, why are you sweating like that? Are you sick?
You feel awfully warm, Jeff.
No, it's part of a mind-controlled experiment I'm working on. I can't tell you a lot about it yet, but I'm learning to control my body. You see, right now I'm making it hot, and later I'll make it cold again. You'll see.
Yeah.
Think it could be psychosomatic? He really doesn't want to leave on Monday, and I've heard of people breaking out in rashes and hives and all sorts of things for no physical reason whatsoever. Now, he was fine this afternoon.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're talking about you. Look, if you're sick, that concerns us.
No, I'm just tired, that's all.
Okay. Get some rest. We'll go for a long hike in the morning.
Hey, what is this?
Don't be alarmed. You have to come along with us for observation and treatment.
I can't leave the store here.
The store will be quarantined for a few days.
But what kind of a disease is this? How come you guys are covered up like this?
We have a special update regarding the 3 young people believed to be camping in this area.
Hey, come on, we've got to make this work. We've got to, huh? Is this right, 11 o'clock?
Yeah, almost. I'm gonna order some food.
You know, those sulfonamizing antibiotics haven't done a thing except maybe retard the progress of the disease in any of the patients we've administered to?
Some of them have mild cases. Ted, it isn't fatal to everyone.
Listen, Max, maybe well, I had no right to strike out at you like I did this morning, and I'm sorry. You were right. Jeff could have gotten in any of our projects in there.
Well, he didn't. It was my project. Maybe if I'd listened to you and at least postponed it for a while, I'd...
No. Mombasa fever should be studied, and thoroughly. Listen, I had no idea what progress you'd been making in there with your own virus, you know? No, I suppose I thought there was going to be any breakthrough at the Institute. Margolin should make it, you know. You know, if I'd been you, and you know it, I would have done the same.
I know you would. And more. Is that settled? Can we eat now? Bill, get us some sandwiches and coffee, will you, please? Yeah.
The fever bacteria has got to be weakening in patients who have had the antibiotics administered to them. You know, I think the virus might work on the weakened bacteria. Maybe we ought to go for our volunteers now and try the virus out on them now, right now.
Ted, I have no idea what that virus will do in a human subject. Let's at least wait till morning.
Well, the kids don't stand a chance if we have to wait until we develop a serum. Not a chance.
Right.
We've managed to contact all of the women in the beauty salon. They're here, and the people they came into contact with are being brought in.
At least it's being contained, then.
I hope so.
Any new word on the kids?
Well, on top of having to comb about 6,000 acres of forest all night, we're getting calls from all kinds of people identifying them in 100 different places at once.
Now, some of my field men are having trouble keeping people from going in or out of the quarantine areas.
What about that call to the governor?
Let's hold off for one more hour. It'll be dawn soon.
There you go, honey. Sure. Hey, Jeff. Come on, man, wake up. Rise and shine. Hey, Michelle? Come here and help me with his jacket. It's soaked. I think he is sick. What's the matter?
I feel dizzy all of a sudden.
You're not getting sick too, are you? Man, look at his face.
What are those awful spots?
I don't know. Jeff? Jeff, where'd you get the mouse? Jeff, Michelle's getting sick too. You got her from the lab, didn't you? Didn't you?
Now, don't be rough on him.
Jeff, please. You're the only one who can help us.
There's no way. He couldn't have gotten... We're gonna have to burn everything. We gotta get off this mountain and get some help. Go on, start getting things together. Hey, Jeff? Hey, come on, man, wake up.
Could you tell me where Pine Ridge is? I'm supposed to meet a friend there and I'm lost. Excuse me. Are you asleep?
We got a fourth of a tank left. We can get to a phone.
You want to give me a bug that's supposed to kill the bug that I got?
Right.
Not me. I ain't going to be any human guinea pig. No, sir. I'll fight this on my own.
Look, I understand, but if your symptoms get worse...
Look, I once fell down a flight of stairs. Broke my back. Doctor said I'd never walk again. I walked.
Where's Michelle? Why haven't they found her?
They will, Mrs. Robertson, and soon. Now, will you volunteer to try this farce?
Well, I've never been this sick in my life, I'm afraid. Isn't there anything else you can do?
You haven't been responding very well to the antibiotics.
Will it help Michelle if I try this virus?
Yes, I think if the virus works, it could save her life. I mean, it's not a promise. That wouldn't be fair to you or honest.
Well, then I'll try the virus then.
We'll start with the weaker doses, and then increase the potency if they respond well to the virus.
I don't know. We're just guessing. We're guessing at the strength. Now, maybe we should run another test using the antibiotics and the virus on the mice.
Max, half the people will be dead in there by the time we get the results. Don't you see? We're in a primitive situation here. We've got to put thinking aside. Let our instincts go to work. Damn it. Why haven't they found those kids yet? Yes. Thank you. They want us an autopsy. We've got our first DOA. The fever did not kill this man, although it probably helped. So there was a malfunction of the mitral valve. He actually died of a heart attack.
The disease seems to pick a weak spot and attack there.
At least we know the fever alone won't kill that fast. Have you gotten volunteers for Dr. Duros' virus?
Only 6. We're on our way now over to isolation to give him the viral injections.
Good.
There's one.
Operator, help me. This is an emergency. Get me to Margolin Institute.
Dr. Margolin, your son is on the phone.
I'll finish this. Go ahead. Ferris, give me a hand here, will you?
Yes, sir.
David, where are you? I have to know your exact location.
You know the Vista Point rest stop on Highway 12?
Yes, I know. Now, look, the mouse that Jeff took, it was infected with something called Mombasa fever. Now, it's extremely dangerous and extremely contagious. What are your symptoms?
Jeff's in bad shape. He's got a high fever, red spots all over his face. He's unconscious, but I don't know for how long. He was a little feverish last night. Well, this morning it hit him really bad.
Now, what about you and Michelle?
We're coming down with it, but I can still drive.
Are you sure? Because if you can, we can send an ambulance out Highway 12 to meet you halfway. I mean, that way we can cut down your time until treatment. You know where the Box Canyon Cutoff Road is?
Yes, Dad. I know where it is.
I'm going to head out Highway 12 until we find you.
Well, I'm low on gas, but I'll try to make it.
I'm going to get the ambulance off right away. And David, I'm going to be in it, son.
almost out of gas. What'll we do?
We'll have to get some more.
How?
I'll get some. I have to.
Doctor, this woman was just brought in. She has no signs.
Sorry, buddy, it's not open yet.
Look, man, we're sick. We need gas.
Hey, wait a minute. Have I seen you before? Yeah, TV. I seen you on TV. Yeah.
Hey, stop. Look, we're very contagious. Just throw me the keys to the pump and I'll handle it, all right?
You know, like, can I catch you from talking to you like this?
Maybe. You better call someone to make sure. And don't touch anything I've touched, okay?
Oh, okay. It's that first pump. Yeah. A small brass key. Just leave the keys there after, okay? Yeah. Get me the police. Quick.
Mrs. Roberts.
Where's Dr. Margaret? I want to talk to him.
He left in an ambulance to pick up the boys and your daughter.
They found them?
Yes.
Oh, God, are they sick?
Ted talked to David. He and Michelle have early symptoms. Jeff's the one who's got it pretty bad.
Dr. Margolin went to pick them up himself.
Yes.
Then he'll be taking care of Michelle.
Yes. Get some rest. Give my virus a chance to work.
Okay.
No sign of him yet.
This is them. All right, let's go. Move. Let's go. You get the girl. I'll get David. One of you open up the back.
David? Dear God.
All right, get that K-50 over here. Help me up here. Tom, grab the smoke bomb.
Jeff? Son?
All right, push it in here. Easy. That's it. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Michelle and the boys are coming in now. How do you feel?
Much better. Will they be all right?
I think we got them in time. Gonna have to take some more blood from you.
You're a demanding man, Doctor.
Well, we've got to start working on a serum as soon as possible. Make a fist for me.
A serum? What about your virus?
The virus is working on you and 3 other volunteers, but not on the rest. A plasma serum is more traditional. And now that you're improving, we know we can make it. Okay, put a finger on this one here. Let's hope it works. Give me Martinez. Dr. Martinez. Mrs. Robertson's a definite survivor. Possibly several others. I have enough blood here to start working on that serum now. Yeah, okay. I'll let you know when the first batch is ready.
Isolation.
This is Dr. Durov.
Yes, Dr. Durov, I'm making 15-minute checks on everyone.
Anything else?
Mrs. Petrie is having a hard time breathing.
Any serious changes in the others?
No, there's been no change in the others for over an hour.
Thanks.
We just got word over the police radio. That ambulance will be here at any time now.
Good. I'll go to isolation and be ready for them when they get here.
Good.
On a serum. The virus works in 4 to 6 volunteers, but there's no way
Jeff doesn't have time for a serum.
If you give him the virus in his weakened condition, it could kill him.
And if we don't give it to him, the fever will kill him all.
Okay, I'll get the injections ready.
Is that you, Dad?
It's me, old pal.
Jeff?
Not good, son.
Michelle?
She's about the same as you.
This whole thing. It's my fault, isn't it?
Hey, David, don't, eh? All of us made some mistakes here. I didn't give you any alternatives. And you were doing what you thought was right. And Jeff would have never been able to survive if you hadn't brought him down to us. I'm proud of you, son. You handle things super, huh? Forget about sterile procedure. Go ahead, give it to him.
The fever broke about a half an hour ago.
We'll be in close touch, of course, but it seems to be over.
Not quite.
Some water.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't drink it so fast. David, we're not sure, but we think Jeff is going to be all right. It's just going to take him a little longer, you know?
Dad. I really wanted to prove to you were wrong about Jeff.
I know, son. I'm not sure you chose the best way to prove it, but he'll get all the professional help he needs right here at home.
There hasn't been a new case reported anywhere in over 3 hours. I have a half-hour check going to all the local hospitals. Nothing even resembling Mobassett fever has come in. I think we've contained it.
That would be a little bit of good news.
You know, with only one death. We were very lucky.
Not lucky, Max. I get the best men I can find. And the best men usually get the job done.
Mr. Warren, the press is waiting for a statement.
You and Dr. Duroff go ahead. And this time, let's make him the star, huh?
Wait a minute. I can't take all the credit.
Why not? You did the research, you took the chances. Go.
What about Dr. Margolin? How will he feel about you giving Dr. Duroff all the credit?
Who do you think told me to do it?
Hi, boy.
Dad, I want
Hey, don't talk now, huh? You're weak enough as it is.
Is Gordoc going to die?
No, Gordat, you're gonna be all right.
Do I still have to go away to school?
You don't have to go anywhere, son. Except home with me and with your brother. Where you belong, huh?
Dad? Gordoc loves you.